Good evening, good night. Everything will be just evening and night, depending on the time I actually, did this analysis. I'm shocked in a great, bewilderment when Asari Dokubo's tantrum and rantings recently have gotten out of control. Asari Dokubo has been abusing the Igbos since 2023, inception of Bola Ahmed Tinubu regime. Asari Dokubo has chosen to be abusing the Igbos over abusive against the greatest tribe on the continent of Africa. If any tribe is telling you Igbos are not the greatest, he's speaking out of context and hatred, because the Igbos are everywhere in Nigeria. If you go to the north, they are the foreign tribe, in contention of, let me say, most popular, that's popularity, the most famous tribe, and they are all doing well. I'm an Igbo man. I'm in the southwest here. I actually know that each and every time there is election in the southwest, Yoruba, our dear brothers and sisters in the southwest are the number one when you talk about counting elections here. Election results here, Yorubas are the first because they are the native of this land, southwest, and they have been coexisting with the Igbos peacefully since inception of Nigeria. I've never seen a Yoruba man that has been doing this content or social media challenging the Igbos, abusing the peaceful Igbos, who are the guests in this region of southwest. They are always with us at peace. Then on getting to south, the entire south is dominated by the Igbos, because all the Sokos, Urobos, Benis, those Ibibio and Efek, Gojas, they are all our sister tribes. We are the same with them, and we never had any issue before in history. The Calabari questions that Asari Dokubo has, been claiming over the years before he only thought that he's an Igbo man from Uzo Okole, Abia State, have been existing, with the Igbos peacefully. Though I don't know, I might not know the tribe or from contraption that, let me say, Adaka Boro, the Isaac Boro, the man that actually started the first secession in Nigeria as a student of University of Nigeria, Nsukka. He was the first person that agitated for separation. Separation in Nigeria started from Ogoniland. Adaka Boro, that's Isaac Boro. He took arms, agitating for only that region, because after the independence of 1960, Adaka Boro become a secessionist, an activist for Ogoniland to be on their separate, own. They want to be a separate entity from the Republic of Nigeria since 1960, an activism he had actually embarked on for good 7 years. Before Ojukwu declaration of Biafra in 1967, Adaka Boro has been, agitating for secession of Ogoniland, simply because of oil exploration that started in Niger Delta region since 1959. And when it was obvious oil was discovered there in large quantity, Isaac Boro became a hero, because he took to arms with all his brothers, like what Asari Dokubo is doing currently. But what makes two of them a separate, entity is that separate entities, they are, because Asari Dokubo is from Igbo. Is originated from Igbo ancestry, while Adaka Boro the same Igbo ancestry, only that Ogoni people have been agitating for their separate, nationality. And it's began from University of Nigeria, Nsukka, the first secessionist, the first agitator, the first, leader of what NNAMDI KANU is doing right now was Isaac Boro. And he did it and did it and did it. Actually, he succeeded 75% until war broke out, where he caused trouble in the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, declaring Ogoniland a separate entity. The federal troop met with him, when Ojukwu announced the Republic of Biafra, and he sold out. He actually aligned with the federal troop. I mean, Gowon-led military, clique that fought the war of 1967, 68, 69, 70. He aligned with federal troops to annihilate, to suppress, to bring the Igbos down. Alas, do you know what happened? Is a sound of victory for the Igbos. The federal troop used him to, sideline the Biafra, to investigate Biafrans, to track down Biafrans, to sabotage Biafrans, to sell out Biafra, to bring the Biafrans down. And as Iboro was aligning with the federal troop, doing his job well, until that fateful day, the federal troop wanted to know every secret about Biafra. Our modus operandi, how we operate, our strength, our aging house. He was leading them to actually sabotage and expose the Biafran strength or secrets to the federal troop. Do you know what happened? He was leading the way to show them where the Biafrans are hiding Ogunigbe, digging their bunker and other, mechanisms that helped the Igbos, Biafra, to fight Nigeria. On the way going, the entire Fulani federal troop military clique withdraw back as Igboro was at the far rear front, leading the federal troop to show them where the Igbos, Biafran soldiers, were laying ambush or, hiding all their military strength. He was going. The Fulani Janjaweeds, the Fulani troops, the Fulani military clique led by Gowon withdrew back as Boro was at the forefront with all his Ogoni, militias. On the way going, as he was moving on, marching forward, looking for the Biafrans to open their nyach. Let me just use that common language. Until they fired from behind. They shot him from behind. The Fulani soldiers, led by Gowon, shot Isaac Boro from behind. He fell down. No Isaac Boro anymore. That is life for you. He died. So that's why I always refer life as a leaf that fall out from its stalk. A tree. It just disembarked from its stalk where it's attached to the stem and then fell down. There came along a goat, munched it off, ate it off. There is no leaf. That is life. Comparison to life is exactly what happened to Isaac Boro, and since then, Isaac Boro went to meet his ancestors. If you ask any German, any Ogoniman would tell you that it was Ojukwu that shot Isaac Boro and killed him. It's a lie. Even this modern animation and AI has indicated how Isaac Boro was shot by Nigerian soldiers. Could be that Isaac Boro was killed by Biafrans. Many authors of Nigerian Biafra Civil War, ranging from Frederick Forsyth, Chukwuemeka, my friend, Chukwuemeka Ike, Sunset at Dawn, Adegboyega, Why We Struck, The Making of an African Legend by Frederick Forsyth, a British writer and also a war reporter or Reuters, would have stated it clearly on his book. But they did not, because they know that Ojukwu's hands were killing. Ojukwu was fighting for one cause: absolute eradication, extinction, elimination, bloody extermination of the Igbos. From 1966 to 1970, Ojukwu became angry. He became angry, and on the 31st of May, 1967, he declared Biafra. He announced the state of Biafra. That was how the struggle began. From 1967, we keep on resisting, advancing and retreating. resisting and retreating from the Biafra, from the Nigerian military, led, military onslaught. And that was how it began to move on. And certainly it began to be a genocide because we don't have enough military wares. Why go on, led military clique and policy sponsored by NNAMDI Azikiwe and the rest of the anti-Biafra forces blockades stopped Biafra from receiving military hardware to fight Nigeria. But the one we craft out by ourselves locally, Ubunigwe actually spoiled chew for Nigeria. That was in 1967 when the military truck loaded with arms and ammunition by the federal troop led by Murtala Mohammed was intercepted at the axis of Abagana, Oyago Abagana, where Nigeria meet their largest resistance by the Biafra military troop led by Chukwemeka Odumegwu and all his military, accolades, Accuses. Ifajuna was gone by then, and most of the commanders under Ojukwu, they met Nigerian military, troop with such greatest, resistance that reduced Nigeria to rubbles. Over 350 military trucks beside armored tank and other, heavy military, mechanisms were neutralized by Obunigwe, used with battery detonation. The entire military truck, arms and ammunition loaded, marching forward to destroy Onitsha, exploded at Oyago Abagana. Oyago Abagana axis, that's where Nigeria met their most grievous, I'm telling you, heaviest loss of Nigeria, military troop led by Gowon, Danjuma and Ramat Murtala Mohammed. Mohammed ran away and he was pursued by the gallant soldiers from the Biafran nation, Biafran military troop. They chased Ramat Murtala Mohammed and they apprehended him at Mpo axis. They could not do anything because Ojukwu said, don't do that, let me spare him, so that the whole world will know that Biafra is having upper hand in this pogrom. And actually, he pardoned Ramat Murtala Mohammed and sent him back home. A great victory and surprise indeed. Could be that Ojukwu, disallowed or unalived Ramat Murtala Mohammed. He wouldn't have lived up to 1976 when he was actually pied by Gomwak, Bisala, and Suka Dimka led military coup at the axis of Obalande Junction, Lagos Island. You see it, you can't see this war as, an excuse or balance, to be marginalizing the Igbos, looking down on them. I'm saying this because of Asari Dokubo's tantrums that has begun 2 years ago, wielding arms AK-47, on camera against the Igbo man, threatening to kill KANU, threatening to kill every Igbos. He swore actually Bola Ahmed Tinubu that he will destroy the entire Igbo people. That was in 2023. Nobody talked, nobody spoke, but we know the stuff we were made of. Just imagine one man challenging the whole Igbos. The current tantrum and rantings that brought in the area father, my uncle Charlie Boy Oputa from Oguta, was that Asari Dokubo came alive on social media threatening the entire Igbo nation, that Igbos started to fight the HAUSAs, a religious war in PORTHARCURT, River State, that he will actually align with the HAUSAs and fight the entire Igbos in PORTHARCURT, that the Igbos are fighting the HAUSA for nothing. He has not seen any reason why the HAUSA should be fighting with, I don't know, with either a Doma man or with whoever Asari Dokubo has, been, telling the whole world. We don't know. He said it was Igbos, they want to kill the whole HAUSAs, as a result of religion in PORTHARCURT, that he doesn't like it. Why Igbos are doing this? He's trying to rope the Igbos and cause another genocide of 1966. Asari Dokubo, being that he doesn't have knowledge of the war, one, he doesn't have moral upbringing, two, he is a slave and is having problem in his mental ability. 3. Asari Dokubo is just like an inflated toad. 4, 5. A bread soaked with water, floating on top of water, overdrunk with water. Asari Dokubo is nobody. Do you know what? The Igbos have not mean business about Asari Dokubo. I'm telling all my viewers here, I'm telling the whole world that Asari Dokubo is just an imbecile. He's someone that is suffering from autism, if not Down syndrome. Because if you look at his shape, you will know that he is not healthy enough. I'm telling you. The area father, Charlie Boy, actually mocked him in his video that Asari Dokubo is an inflated toad. A toad blown with oxygen or air could grow fat until it explodes one day. Asari Dokubo is not somebody that is normal. He's a psychopath, he's a madman. Asari Dokubo is an overfed imbecile who does not have sense of moral guidelines. Azuria Azo, no parents, no parental guidelines or moral upbringing. That's why Asari Dokubo has been assassinated, bullying the Igbos on the social media. Look at this man trying to orchestrate another war in Nigeria. Does he think that even our HAUSA brothers, I don't mean Fulani, Fulanis are not my brothers, so they are not Igbo brothers. I mean original HAUSA brothers that actually allied, colluded with the Fulanis in 1967, 66, 1968, 69, 70, and PAI committed the largest bloodbath on the continent of Africa. That was Nigerian Biafra Civil War. The Igbos lost over 4 million people. Does he think we are afraid of the Hausas or afraid of Asari Dokubo himself? We are not afraid of the Fulanis. We are not afraid of anybody. Everything working in Nigerian judiciary system today is against Igbo man. That's why we are having this kind of selective justice going on across the country. When an Igbo man committed crime, the Nigerian court will see it as a common balance to buy him or jail him for life. Imagine without any provocation, no crime at all, or let me say culpability, NNAMDI KANU was nearly sentenced to death by an ignoramus, James Omotocho, an ignoramus. Out of ignominy and ethnic hate, James Omotocho could not observe well before he started reading a narrative or script written for him by Bayo Ononoga, media spokesperson of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Is still from Yoruba Southwest. I think these people say they be professor. I think these people say they are good in administrative. I think these people say that them be the best. Even the HAUSA, they are the best. That Igbos are nobody. But where is Nigeria today? Today that Bayo Ononoga, Dela Alake, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Bajabia Mila, they are the best in everything in Nigeria. Where is it that they have taken Nigeria to? Is it not the same Nigeria they have been controlling since independence, sidelining the Igbos, that is fluctuating, galloping, into what ditch, swamp, cliff, on a journey of no return? That is by death. Nigeria is dying. Where are those professors that are boasting of being from the most educated region in Nigeria? Where are they? Oyemi Osinbajo was Nigerian deputy to an illiterate president for good 8 years. Where is Nigeria? Where is he? What is it that he has brought to Nigeria today? Is it not heart-rending corruption, heart-rending embezzlement, and bad governance that led Nigeria into this kind of current NSAS brutality and the protests that by hundreds of Nigerian youths at toll gate? Where is the result of you being ahead in Igbos? Where is the result of the Fulanis being the first class citizen in Nigeria? Where is the result of sidelining Obi and robbing him of his mandate? No good result. We are still in a hot soup. We are in soup. Asari Dokubo, take your serious time. Take your serious time. If Igbos mean you will not last the next day. Who are you and who do you think you are? A leader of what? What are those people are to ESL? They don't want to remember you because we are all brothers. If the ESN or Biafran Liberation Army remembers you, I think you will be nowhere to be found. You and your armed struggling, armed struggle group, you are their leader. I'm telling you, you can't withstand the Biafran. Under 24 hours, you are fizzled out. I'm just telling you. As a chaff is blown out by the wind, so shall the Biafran people, forces, rot you, mangle you, maul you, bend you into pieces, and blow you off. You will no more be. Stop threatening the Igbos Asari Dokubo. But let me tell you, you need to apologize. Come to the open camera, apologize. Be a good boy, because the Igbos, they are coming. Wait, you are one of us. You are from Abia State, but don't worry. All you are they are not taking you serious because you are a madman. They are not taking you too serious because you are a dropout from Uniport. You went to Eboma where you graduated today. Asari Dokubo, mind yourself and take your time. All the time you be threatening the Igbos, threatening Mazenand KANU to buy him. What did your brother do you? Mazenand KANU is your brother from the same Abia. What did your brother do you? I know that if Joseph KANU could be in your position of lack of absolute moral upbringings or guidelines, Joseph KANU would have done what you are doing presently, but he has not gotten the opportunity to do that. There are many of you that are the enemies of Igbos in the southeastern Nigeria, and we are still watching you. Igbos means peace. Biafra represents peace on the continent of Africa. IPOB, indigenous people of Biafra, we are all Igbos, led by Mazenand KANU, an agitation platform, the largest on the planet Earth. Mazenand KANU does not mean war. He is fighting for Yoruba man. KANU is agitating, working hard for the HAUSA man. KANU has been, very, very resilient, trying to advocate, solicit for every Kanali tribe in Nigeria. Urobo people, Isoko people, Bini, Edos, Efek, Ibibio, Igala, everybody. He is fighting for you, for everybody. Asari Dokubo, stop insulting the Igbos. Stop insulting the Igbos. Stop insulting the Igbos. Your stupidity and foolishness has gotten out of hand. If care is not taken, I'm telling you, you will know whom the Igbos are. We don't mean blood. We don't mean war. You can see Israel, you can see United Nations, you can see America. All these people are fighting for the Igbo man. Be a good person. Be a man. Understand yourself. Remember, gala gala galimbe, obulala na ayi. Gala gala, gala gala. Opa gala, madebe. Opa, opadebe. Ogobno na apa gala. It will become what? Madness. That is unstable character of an untrained child could lead him to what? Incurable lunacy. Yes, lunacy, because madness is what everybody believes is your problem. Mental, derangement, mental incapability. Asari Dokubo is a madman. Igbos should not take him serious. Let us unite together as Igbos, forget about the city boys, as one nation, Igbo. Israel is there, United Nations is there to amicably declare referendum for peace to reign. Up, up, United States of Biafra, up, up, Mazi Nnamdi KANU, up, up, United States of America, up, Israel, State of Israel that started in 1948, up, up, Canada, and the United Nations Organization. I think I have to pause here. When I come tomorrow, we will begin again with our analysis. We mean peace and love. The Igbos, they respect everybody. They're all over the world and they keep the laws of those foreign lands where they are living till today. They have not been violating Japan, violating laws in America, violating laws in Germany. No. They abide by the laws of every land where they find themselves in search of green pasture. Thank you so much for listening. Remember to share with your contacts in WhatsApp, in Facebook. Then again, come down to comment section and speak with me. I think today I might even drop my phone number if I remember on the comment section, because most of you are requesting for my phone number. I still remain your man, Raphael Mbichikwa, Ralph Tresvant. That's my AKA. Thank you so much for watching.